Hey guys. So I'm just going to read this really quickly. Um, I'm just going to read this. So, New York is giving another small business grant for this year. So, if you got the grant before, you still can be eligible for the grant this year. Okay. So I'm going to read this as in New York City and New York State. Okay. So you can go to the governor's website, governor.ny.gov, and then type in the New York Small Business Grant. Let me see, it's called the State of New York Pandemic Small Business Recovery Grant Program, New York State COVID Pandemic. Okay, so I'm going to read Governor Kathy Hochul, I don't know how to say her last name, today announced that the application portal, right, for the first in the nation seed funding grant created a budget will open on the 14th. So this was 10 days ago. Okay. The program provides flexible grants to support early stage micro and small businesses in a still recovering New York economy. The program will ensure that small businesses will open shortly before and during the pandemic will have funds to continue to operate and grow. The first in the nation seed funding grant program round out 1 billion in flexible funding to support both early stages and established small businesses. New York businesses were among the hardest hit in the nation at the height of the pandemic. But with this funding, we're extending a lifeline to help them continue to grow and operate. Applications open tomorrow. So, of course, this was already written. And I encourage all New York business owners to take full advantage of it. They got $1 billion. Okay. This program builds upon New York State existing 800 million pandemic recovery grant for small businesses, which now has delivered 639 million dollars to over 35,000 small businesses since it launched last year. So I was a part of that 639 million last year because I had got one of the smaller grants. As you can see on the screen, I'm actually in my back office now, and the projected is that I will get 50,000. So of course, I'm looking forward, to this 50,000. This is going to help me pay off some stuff. This is also going to help me to scale. It's going to also, help me just to have some working, capital, for my business. Okay, so it goes into saying that with 90% of funding having gone to minority and women-owned businesses, starting today, Empire State Development will expand eligibility for the program, enabling more small business to access funding by removing requirements. This is important. Removing requirements that businesses show 25% loss in annual gross receipts from 2019 2020. This expansion of eligibility comes in addition to previous program changes to profitability requirements and revenue threshold. Before, you had to show a loss. So between 2019 and 2020, so you had to show a loss that your business actually took a loss of at least 25%. Now they taken that off because that cut out a lot of people, right? Even though in the pandemic there were businesses that did exceptionally well in 2020, but then in 2021 and 2022, a lot of businesses started to fall, right? So it's like in the pandemic, your business went up and then your business went down, right? And I always tell people in business, if you don't have the tools, resources, training, mentor, and the scalability, for your business, you will be out of business, right? So it's very critical that everybody, if you are in New York City, and if you're in New York State, definitely you want to apply. Okay. If you had a business in 2019, you had a business in 2020, you filed your taxes, you definitely want to get into this, guys. Okay. So let me finish reading. I got an appointment in a minute. Um, Let me finish reading. Has gone to starting today in Empire State. Blah, 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 blah. We'll be moving the requirements. Okay, the expansion of eligibility comes in addition to previous program changes to profitability requirements and revenue threshold, aimed at serving additional small businesses. The program, which continues to process application currently in the pipeline, will close the funding on the 30th. So that's 7 days. They only gave a 2-week window. Okay, only a 2-week window. Empire State Development President CEO, Commissioner Hope Knight said the pandemic has a profound impact on our economy and small businesses as a whole. So this is the seed funding grant. And the minimum that you can get is $5,000 to $1 million. Okay, so if you made $0, if you made $1, like, you can apply for this. Uber workers, Uber Eats, Instacart. You got an online business. You got a MLM business. You have a hair business. You did nails. You babysat. You clean for people. I mean, all this stuff just has to be documented, right? And that's why I'm so big on people documenting, their business, right? That's why, I decided to be a business coach, because I realized that people don't have their ducks in order. They just got, oh, I'm gonna just start a business. You don't even have a business bank account, but you don't even have a bank account, number one. And then you're taking cash apps all day. And then now when you realize, oh, I get a chance to apply for a grant, and they telling you cash apps ain't gonna work. Let me see, continue. Your session will no longer. Okay. Okay. So you need to be set up, right? And then when these type of loans and grants and stuff like that come out, you're legitly set up. You got your LLC set up, right? You got your business bank account set up. You got your business plan set up. What's your goal? What's your long-term vision for your business? Do you plan on hiring people? Do you plan on hiring employees? How do you plan on seeing your business? What products do you need? What services do you need? Who do you need to help you? What network of people you need to get into? What books do you need to read? What trainings, do you need to read? How do you plan on building wealth? How do you plan on taking some of this money and saving it for a rainy day? How do you plan on investing some of this money? So it's a lot, right? It's a lot that goes into it. And this is why, a lot of people continue to fail, right? Like I said, if you didn't have your LLC set up for 2020, when they was giving out all this money, now they're giving out $1 billion. So are you set up again? So this is how it works. So basically you would, they're going to fill all this stuff out. You just got to, okay. And then, you print it out, and then basically you sign it, and then you upload, everything to, the back office. You upload everything to the back office. Let me see. Click here to apply. Let me see. Click here to apply. No. Okay. So you would fill this out. You would have to have your taxes from 2019 and 2020. If you don't have taxes from 2019, 2020, you can actually call them and ask them what else can you use. So your 2019, 2020 taxes, you got to be in the state of New York, the city of New York. You got to have made at least $0 to $1. You got to fill out the NYS form if you have employees or you have additional, employees. And this is a taxable grant. That's a key thing, right? It's a taxable grant. So when I got the grant before, I was taxed on it, and I think I had to pay $2,000 on it. So I mean, listen, if they giving you 30 grand, if they giving you 40 grand, if they giving you 100 grand, of course, again, just like the student loans, the government don't give nobody nothing for free, right? They want the taxes on it. So it's going to be a taxable grant. So if I get it this year, then my next year taxes, I'm going to have to put it on to my taxes. If they don't give it till next year, well, usually they move pretty fast. Last year, I think I got the grant in September, I want to say. And I started the application, I want to say maybe July, August, September. So it doesn't take like forever. It takes a short period of time. to actually get it done and get it in. So it's a taxable grant. So just know that this is a taxable grant for New York recipients in the state of New York. So this is something that if you're in New York, you know, this is what the governor is doing for us. If you're outside of New York, then you can go to your local, I guess, website and then be able to find what they're giving. But New York is giving $1 billion, but of course their budget is bigger because New York is bigger. So of course I'm hoping I get the 50,000. I definitely could use the 50,000. I got some stuff to pay off for my business. You know, I got some other bills that I can pay, you know, with my for my business, and then just scaling and more marketing, right? And just being able to do the things you need to do, right? And I always tell people this is why funding, grants, loans, lines of credit is king, right? All this stuff is king. And you want to get this stuff now, guys. There's a wealth transfer, you know, even with the government, you know, giving out money, there's a wealth transfer. And again, guys, if you're not a part of the wealth transfer, you know, unfortunately, you're going to feel bad, right? You're going to feel like I can't do this. You're going to feel like, you know what? I need, you know, I'm way far behind, right? But if you start, you know, and I said this in 2020, you know, if you start now, look how fast 2020 flew by. It's already almost 2023 now. So if you start now, you get your LLC set up. Yeah, it's going to cost money. You get you a coach. Yeah, it's going to cost money. Yeah, you get you some books and audios and trainings and CDs, and you get you some guidance. Yes, everything is going to cost you some money, right? But again, guys, you know, if you want to win, you got to pay, right? If you want to be the bosses pay, right? You can't just say, I'm going to watch YouTube videos and I'm going to hope everything works out, because now when you got questions, what you going to go on? Different comments on YouTube and typing in YouTube and asking everybody questions? No, I have 3 mentors. Todd, okay, I have 3 mentors, all right? I have Todd, I have Lucinda, I have Chris, and I also have my attorney, right? So that I can use them as, you know, my mentors, right? So, I mean, again, I have questions. Let me hit them up. Let me hit this person up. Or even sometimes my assistant knows stuff that I don't know, and I can call them or I can send them a message, right? So you want to have people around you that know what they're doing, right? So that's really the vibe, friends. So if you don't have LLC set up, I help people set up LLCs. I help people, you know, to get their business up right. I showed you just now, like I'm eligible for 50,000. I wouldn't be eligible for $50,000 if I didn't have shit legit and set up, right? They don't just, oh, Tanisha, she looks cute, she got a cute wig on, let me give her 50,000. No, you got to show proof, right? And my shit is legit. Like I'm set up right, I'm set up legitly. So now the government is saying, okay, Tanisha, we're gonna give you 50,000. Some people is eligible for 250,000. Some people's eligible for 100,000. Some people is eligible for 1 million. Depending on how many LLCs you got, how many corporations you got, how many things you're running, what you're doing. This is just what it is, right? This is just what it is, guys. So click on the link below. The deadline is the 30th, so you got 7 days left. You know, let's stop dragging our feet. You got 7 days left. Fill out all your paperwork, and it's going to be cut off after that. And then after that, I don't know if they're going to be giving any more, but that's going to be it. So good luck to everyone, guys, and make sure you follow me. Talk, YouTube, Instagram at Coach Tanisha Marie.